Hey, I guess we're live. We're here on the porch, and anybody who's out there, this is this is my gift, my birthday gift to all of my friends out there. Because what I've been doing this summer consistently is pulling stuff out of the garden and putting them on the grill. Last summer it was zucchini. We were overrun with zucchini, and we grilled zucchini in self-defense for weeks and put it in the freezer and fed off it all winter. But this year our zucchini didn't do so well. However, the greens are doing great. We have kale, we have chard, we have broccoli. We were going to have Brussels sprouts, but they didn't ever become Brussels sprouts. We got Brussels sprout plants galore, but they only gave us the leaves. So we started grilling leaves. We started with kale. We have this nice Russian red kale here. We started putting kale on the wood stove a couple of years ago on a grate to dry it to make kale chips, which was delicious. And then this year we realized that, hey, we can put the kale directly on the grill and grill the kale and kind of make a fresh al fresco kale chip, which is great. And I've been experimenting with just how best to prepare the kale greens. You can put just like salad dressing, oil and vinegar, that works. But what I've basically developed is a process of making kind of what I'm referring to as salt and pepper barbecue sauce, or Vermont barbecue sauce. Starting with salt and pepper, a little teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon or so, half a teaspoon of pepper, and apple cider vinegar, about a tablespoon or so. All of these proportions are completely flexible, but this is sort of the sweet spot. This is what I really like. A tablespoon of cider vinegar to 5 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tablespoons of, this is maple syrup. We keep maple syrup in a handy little jar like this. And a couple of tablespoons good old olive oil, and the all-important heaping tablespoon or so of minced garlic right in there, using the handy jelly jar as a shaking device. We then begin to prepare the greens. Starting with the kale, of course. I divulged that earlier. But other greens we discovered are also good. You can grill kale, but chard is also quite good. And then we had a lot of broccoli, so we started throwing the broccoli on the grill. And we realized that the broccoli leaves, tender and delicious, are also good. We looked that up, we Googled it. They are not toxic, so the broccoli leaves are good. We have a couple of broccoli leaves there we're going to throw in. And then we made the corner. We had all of these Brussels sprouts that were not producing Brussels sprouts, but had all these beautiful big leaves. So we plucked the Brussels sprout leaves and added them to the grilling mix. So our procedure here is to take this stuff and about a teaspoon at a time, ladle it onto a leaf, add another leaf, ladle a little bit more of the sauce, and continue like that until you've done your whole stack. Then, now because these leaves can be kind of brittle, especially when they're fresh, we want to roll them up, and then you can kind of massage them thusly with no metaphorical intent, I assure you. My life as a farmhand comes in handy here. I actually did put in my time milking cows, so that's really... Moving on. You unfold the leaves, and then you can sort of fan them out, check to make sure that your marinade has done what it needs to do, and then slap them on the grill, which, like any good cooking host, I did earlier. So we have a whole bunch of chard, grilled kale, and Brussels sprout leaves. For our studio audience, to come over and sample. So I'm going to step back to a safe distance and allow people to give their honest opinion as they pluck these delicious leaves off the grill.
Okay, how do I tell which is which?
All right, the big flat ones, Bruce, are the Brussels sprout leaves.
That's a Brussels sprout leaf?
That's a Brussels sprout leaf.
I've never had a Brussels sprout that I like, so we'll
all right, well, this is the big test.
The leaves.
Maybe you should have started with something you'd like. Pam, why don't you jump on in there?
Well, let me see. What are my choices here, Jonathan?
We have the frilly ones are the kale. The big flat roundy ones are the chard. Broccoli's obvious.
So this is the chard.
That's the.
I will.
That's
that does it.
Try some of the chard. Yes.
It's not just a little ball of bitter.
I like the flavor.
Isn't that nice?
Very good. Yes.
So,
Thumbs up.
all right, good. Glad that worked. So, if you have a garden and you haven't yet tilled it under, and you have some of the broccoli, cauliflower, well, even cauliflower leaves would work, by the way. Any of those cabbage family leaves can be marinated, thrown on the grill. And here in Vermont, we know the secret is, of course, the maple syrup. Makes everything tasty. So I hope you enjoy this little cooking show on my birthday. My gift to you. I hope you look at the greens in your garden a little differently from now on. So cheers, everybody. Happy Halloween. Enjoy. We're going to chow down here and then light a fire so we can stay warm as the sun goes down.